Okay. And by examining the cell, which is the smallest building and functional unit of any living organism's body, we can find many other structures inside it, which are called organelles. Cell organelles. Okay. What is the difference between the two expressions, organ and organelle? Organ and organelle. Organs are the main units of any body system, while organelles are the smallest structures that are located inside the cells. So the size of the organelles is smaller than the organs, okay? Okay, and the organelles considered as factors inside the cell, which are related by many other functions that will be discussed later, inshallah, by studying the cellular organelles. Okay, organelles as mitochondria, for example, chloroplast, and many other organelles. Okay, inside the organelle, we can find small structure or large structure by this expression. Do you think this expression macromolecule means large or a small molecule? Yeah, macro means large molecule, large. While the opposite expression, which is micro, means minor or smaller molecule. So inside the organelles, we can find many macromolecules, which means they have large size. And this molecule consists of small molecules, which finally consist of small atoms. So the organization of the human body is body, system, organ, tissue, cell, organelle, macromolecule, molecule, and finally an atom. Okay, any question till here? Okay, now we will talk about the types of the molecules inside our body cells, which are mainly divided into two types, organic and inorganic. Organic and inorganic. What is the difference between the two types? Mainly, what is the difference between the molecule that can be extracted from plant or animal sources and the chemical compound that can be formed in the lab? It's so easily. The molecule that can be extracted from the plants or animals are called organic compounds. Organic compounds, okay? While the molecules which can't be extracted from plants or animals are called inorganic compounds. But this difference can be considered as the main difference between them? Actually, no. And the main difference between them is in their structures. What the structure of the molecule? Any molecule, for knowledge, consists of many atoms, okay? For example, we have H2O. We have H2O water molecule, H2O. This molecule consists of two types of atoms, which are hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and if we have another molecule as an ACl, which is sodium chloride, is a salt, consists of sodium and chloride. So by studying the structure of the molecule, we can differentiate between the organic and inorganic molecules. What's the difference between the two? And what's the difference between them and this molecule? This molecule is so important and so common, which is called the glucose. Okay, what's the difference between water, sodium chloride, and glucose? Water and sodium chloride, by seeing or explaining their source, the water extracted from what? From the river, yeah, not plant or animal source. And the same for NaCl is a salt, which can be formed in the lab and extracted from the sea's water, which means that can't be extracted from animal or plant source, right? So they can be considered as inorganic molecules, inorganic. And this molecule, which is called glucose, glucose is a type of sugars, can be extracted from the plant source, from the fruits and many other things, like the blood sugar, to be knowledge by this information. The glucose returned or extracted from animal source. So it's considered as organic. And by seeing the structure of the organic molecule, we should see carbon and hydrogen atoms put together in its structure. So this molecule gathering between carbon and hydrogen, it has just hydrogen, but there is no carbon. Okay, so water considered as inorganic. The same for NaCl, but this one, glucose C6H12O6, considered as organic molecule as it gathers between being extracted from animal or plant source, in addition to containing carbon and hydrogen atoms together. So the main difference here is in their structures, okay? Okay, I will give you some examples to make sure that you understand this part well. This molecule, Na2CO3, which is called sodium carbonate, considered as organic or inorganic one. Yeah, it contains carbon and there is no hydrogen, so can be considered as, right, inorganic. Okay, and what about this molecule? C12H24O22, sorry, 11. What about this one? Containing carbon and hydrogen, considered as organic, okay? And the organic molecules are considered as biological macromolecules, okay?